So I've had a lot of people ask me about different diets, about what my favorite diet is. What about the keto diet? I'm gonna go over I'm gonna kind of go over all of that today. Okay? And no, this is not a nutrition training. Hopefully, you can learn something, and maybe we can learn a couple things here together. Because if we are gonna start talking about these different terms, calories. We're going to start talking about diets. We're going to talk about weight loss. How do we do these things correctly? What's the right food? What's the wrong food? There's a couple things we need to learn first. So this is part one of a series that I'm going to go ahead and do. And let's go ahead and dive into it, because if we're going to start talking about diets, first we need to know what the hell a diet is. Okay? So the origin of the word diet, I actually looked this up, is dieta, which is literally translated from a way of being. Okay? So whenever we're talking about different diets, keto diets or high protein diets or whatever, what we're really talking about is literally a way of being to get the nourishment that you need for your body to perform life. Okay? So whenever we're talking about diet, let's start understanding what that even means. Okay? So whenever you can kind of look at it like that, like it's a way of being, it's a way of lifestyle. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it, especially when we're just focusing on weight loss. Okay, and I'm going to get to that. I promise I'm going to get to that. But when we're dealing with weight loss, here is the most important thing. Okay, how much you eat is more important than what you are eating. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about which diet is better than this diet. There's no point. Okay, when we're talking about weight loss, it's as boring as this is. I know it's not going to be exciting. When we're talking about weight loss, the most important thing is talking about energy balance. Okay, energy balance in here. Okay, and to understand that, I guess the easy way to say it is calories in versus calories out. I know it's not sexy, but that's what it is, and that's how it's always. If we're talking specifically about weight loss, if you consume less calories than you expend, over time you will lose weight. The reason that you haven't is because you haven't been consistent. Okay? The reason that you haven't is because you've been lying about what you've been eating. Okay? It's very, very simple. And to further understand this, okay, this whole energy balance thing, what even is a calorie? Okay, because we can go there. And the origin of a calorie is calor, which means heat. Okay, so it's a Latin word meaning heat. And the dictionary defines a calorie as an amount of food having an energy producing value. So 1 calorie of whatever it is that you ate is 1 unit of potential energy to be used by your body. Okay? So now that we understand that, the next term we need to get into is basal metabolic rate. The basal metabolic rate is how many calories your body burns on a given day just lifing. Okay? This is no exercise. This is just lifing. Okay? This number moves by how much body fat you have, how much muscle you have. But it's also the main number we need to focus on if we're talking about having a deficit of calories or having a surplus of calories, and that being whatever your goals are. Okay, and in order to create this deficit, there's a couple things you can do. We've already talked about a diet-induced thermogenesis. So what you put in your body for your body to use. If I am doing 2,000 calories, if that's my BMR, and I am only eating 1,800, and I did not work out that day, it's still a deficit of 200 calories. Over time, it will add up into weight loss. Okay, very simple. We're not talking about muscle gain. We're talking specifically just weight loss. But we can further increase that deficit literally just by exercising. Okay, and it's that simple. By adding that exercise, you create a larger deficit. And if you can continually doing that over time, you're going to lose weight. And that's the secret. Okay, that is the biggest secret. It doesn't matter what diet it is. Okay, there's specific reasons for you to stick to this diet. Fine. If you have everything covered, like I said, if we're strictly just talking about weight loss. Okay, we're not talking about nutrient density, anything. Because I love fruits, I love vegetables, I eat them all the time. Okay, and that's not what I'm talking about. But what we are talking about is the specifics and the simplicity of weight loss versus weight gain. That is, I tried to make that as simple as I could. I know we went over a lot, but those couple of core definitions of just understanding what a diet means, calorie, basal metabolic rate, energy expenditure, that energy balance, and how much you are consuming versus how much you are expending. Guys, that is like fundamental, foundational work whenever we're specifically talking about weight loss or weight gain. And these are laws. This is something that you should take to heart and understand. Like I said, I am going to go ahead and make a couple of extra videos into this series to kind of go over different loose ends, and we can dive a little bit deeper, and I'm really excited to show you that. But I hope you did find this informational. I hope you got something out of it. I'll be coming back soon. All right, let's keep on challenging normal.